Okay.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because to bring the millionaire out of you. Just hold on.
Yo, I love it every time he says that. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
That was my
Please
mentor.
announce yourself.
That was my mentor, Mr. Les Brown. Yo, I absolutely love hearing him say that. Whenever you call in on a live
All
line,
participants are muted.
that's what you're going to hear first of all.
Entry and exit tones are off.
And I think it's so true. I think it's such a fantastic concept to consider that you're closer than you think to being a millionaire. You're closer than you think to financial freedom. You're closer than you think to success. You're closer than you think to significance. Your business is worth more than you think. You are worth more than you believe. I'm talking about you are closer to your dreams than you know. A lot of us have never been taught enough about ourselves to really have true belief and faith in ourselves, but we change that every single morning. Good morning, millionaires. I hope everybody's feeling it. My name is Haziq Ali, and I'm simply here to help you make more money with your business. That's my whole job. If you want more, then make sure you follow me on Instagram at Mr. Haziq Ali, Mr. Haziq Ali over there on Instagram. This morning, what we're going to do is give you 10 questions that move you from success to significance. 10 different questions that move you from success to significance. But right now, what I'm asking you to do is rep your city, baby. Like, let us know where you're from. You know, good morning, Vanessa. My man David Ruffin is in the house. Let's go, Coach Ashley. Let's get it, Yuli. Let's go, let's go. Vita Lachey, great day. Vita Lachey is in the house. I love it, I love it. Hey, I hope everybody's feeling powerful. My man Spoon is in the house. Sumter, South Carolina's up in here. You know, real estate mogul, you know, and teacher and a practicer of what he is a preacher of. Mr. David Witherspoon is in the building. You got to love it. Hey, share this with somebody, David. Share this with somebody, Vita. Like, let's get it. Samaya, good morning. Good morning, Sharice. Okay, all right. So this morning, man, we are going to give you these 10 questions that I think are going to help you. Somebody say that significance is more important than success. And then give me a share. Significance is more important than success. Maybe you put that in the caption as you share this on your timeline or as you share this with another entrepreneur you love. Significance is greater than success. Significance is greater than success. Can I get a witness on that? My man Damon Ivory checking in. Yeah, Damon Ivory know what's cracking with the success side of things. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Somebody say significance is more important than success. Significance is more important than success. Mrs. Ali Goins is in the house. Let's go. Significance is more important than success. Significance is more important than success. See, success, Sade, is when you're adding value to yourself. Significance, though, Cassandra, is when you're giving value to other people. You got what I'm saying? Everybody I know, Suzanne, has had success, right? I'm talking about whatever job you applied for and got it, you was a success, baby. I don't care if you applied for the job of janitor or a dishwasher, or if you working in a factory unpacking boxes and picking stuff up off the little loader. What I'm saying is you are a success because you set your mind on that goal and then you hit it. But it's like my mentor says, it's not about the people who aim too high and miss. A lot of times it's about the people who aim too low and hit it right smack dab in the center. Can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Check this out, y'all. Yeah, let them know, Damon. Let them know. Listen, everybody don't experience success. You know what I mean? Even in these trying times, business is up, right? Sales is coming in. We look very successful, especially if you're in Atlanta, Georgia. Boy, let me tell you, some people be looking successful out here. But as you begin to get to a certain point, you start to realize you can't even get no more in your cup until you begin to pour some out in somebody else. Can I get a witness? Somebody say, what's next? And then give me a share. Somebody say, what's next? And then give me a share. Y'all know what I'm saying. Eventually, you're going to hit this level where you're saying, what's next? Is success really enough? What if I could move past success and do something significant? It's been happening all throughout history, from Mansa Musa, who did this whole caravan through Africa and gave away so much gold that it changed the entire economy for the continent. Somebody say Mansa Musa, if you want to Google him later. Andrew Carnegie here in America. Andrew Carnegie is a wild boy because he was one of the original kind of like robber barons and whatnot. Many of you may know he kind of created this company that was all about steel, U.S. Steel and all of that. And one particular episode saw him build a dam that ended up breaking and destroying a whole town, right? So what did Carnegie do? He's like, oh, snap, I done almost ruined my whole legacy. Let me start giving away books. So it was really a PR campaign for Andrew Carnegie, but he wanted to move from success to significance. He was like, damn, this success is starting to feel kind of hollow when everybody hates me. And to this day, man, you know, I consider him the past day version of Oprah. He gave away so much knowledge. Right now, there are so many libraries in America that exist because of Andrew Carnegie and all the books he gave away. All we're saying is just like John Maxwell in the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. John Maxwell reminds us that the law of significance says that one is too small a number to achieve greatness. Now, that might be something to type in your comments, man. That might be something to kind of marinate on a little bit this morning. I said one is too small a number to achieve greatness. Success is when I add value to myself. Significance is when I add value to other people. So if you're interested in moving beyond success, beyond these meager ways to pump up our own ego and vanity, and you're trying to move to being valuable, I got 10 questions I want you to write down. You ready? Here's the first one, y'all. Here's the first one. Before I get into it, though, can you please like this? Can you please give us a like or check in with a comment? What you're doing right here is you're programming the algorithm to show you what's really good. You're programming your algorithm to show you what's really good. Just by interacting with content like this, you're making Facebook say, okay, or you're making LinkedIn say, okay, this is the kind of stuff they want to see. They trying to make more money. They're trying to improve their mindset and their philosophy. So if I want to keep them on this app, I better start showing them success material. I better stop showing them what Cardi B had for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't hear me. All right, here we go. Here's the first question. Write it down. Write it down. What is your definition of success? This is a question I want you to consider this morning. Because many of us grow up believing success is when we beat, our friend in checkers, or success is when our team beats them in football or whatever it is. Basically, we're taught that success is winning over somebody else. Like if I beat you, I win. I'm successful. But that ain't it. And if you want to talk about sports, one of the most winningest coaches of all time, you hear me quote him all the time, John Wooden, was like, success is the peace of mind that's the direct result of self-satisfaction that comes from knowing you gave your best. Knowing you gave your best. Knowing you gave your best effort to become the best of which you're capable of being. That's really success. You know, Earl Nightingale said it like, success is the worthy progression, right? It's the consistent progression towards a worthy ideal. That's the way Earl Nightingale put it. All I'm saying is success ain't about beating somebody else. That ain't a worthy ideal. Making somebody else less than, making somebody else. Oh, snap. It said that I think the call hung up on me, y'all. Let me call back in. Appreciate that, Crystal. It's the second day in a row.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time because...
Please enter your...
My bad, y'all.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. All right, I think we're back in the house. All right, Crystal, let me know if everybody's back. But the bottom line is that success ain't about beating somebody else, right? Yo, you're the third person that said that, Crystal. It's time for me to upgrade my phone. Only reason I don't upgrade my phone is because it feel like whenever you upgrade your phone, Apple start playing with you and try and force you to buy the new phone. But all right, I'll play that little game. But anyway, question number one is what I want you to consider while you're defining what success means to you, is that At the end of the day, it's not about beating somebody else. It's about beating who I was yesterday, right? It's about beating who I was yesterday. All right. Here's the second one, Crystal. You crazy. Here go the second one. What does significance look like? Somebody write that in the comments. Write that in your notes. What does significance look like? What does significance look like? Check it out. Significance is always going to be outward looking. Toxicity, narcissism, suffering, it all comes from self-absorption. So somebody write that in the comments. All suffering comes from self-absorption. Can you give me a share? That'll be a good caption when you share this on your timeline. I dare you write that in. All suffering comes from self-absorption. All suffering comes from self-absorption. That's a thought for you. All suffering comes from self-absorption. Maybe you write that in a caption and share this with somebody who needs it, or share this on your timeline, right? Significance is always going to be outward looking. It adds value to the life of somebody else. You know, I think it's Einstein that said, don't worry about being a man of success. Instead, focus on being a man of value. All suffering comes from self-absorption, including suffering at a level beneath the station that God intended for you. You are made in God's image. How dare you feel less than? How dare you feel fear about approaching this person about your business? How dare you feel fear about presenting your idea, raising your hand like, excuse me, I have a question. What does significance look like? How dare you not understand that the questions you have are going to help everybody else in the room? The problems that you're going through ain't for you. The problems you're going through are so you have a blueprint and a recipe to help somebody else that's facing that same adversity. How dare us get self-absorbed? You know, if you want to look at self-absorption, now you're looking at toxicity. You always hear people talk about toxic relationships. When you get self-absorbed, now you're talking about somebody who becomes a passive aggressive. You wonder why it is that people kind of talk behind your back instead of talking directly to you. Well, it's because of the fact that they are self-absorbed. It's all about me when I'm in pure toxic narcissism. It's all about me when I'm suffering. I ain't talking about pain, y'all. I'm talking about suffering. I'm talking about suffering and fear, suffering and silence. It is all the acts of the enemy. You get what I'm saying to you? Significance means that I'm not even tripping off me. I'm like, how are you? Yesterday, I was doing this whole kind of talk about emotional intelligence and how emotional intelligence, how an emotionally intelligent man operates. And of course, I taught him the same stuff that I give to y'all that I got from my therapist. I'm going to give it to you one more time so that you understand this on your journey to significance, right? The bottom level of emotional intelligence is understanding my own emotions, not just happy, sad, or mad, which is where most people stay, right? Happy, sad, or mad. That's the most emotional vocabulary most people got. Do you know how many different emotions there are? Check it out, y'all. If you want, then inbox me and I'll send you this thing that we call the feeling wheel. The feeling wheel. Y'all see this? I just threw it up in the corner. There are hundreds of emotions, y'all. I mean, when's the last time you said, I'm feeling nostalgic? When's the last time you said, I feel melancholy, right? It's more than just happy, sad, or mad. So that's the first level, identifying my emotions. The next level after that is being able to manage my emotions, managing my emotions. The third level is being able to identify emotions in somebody else. Like, are you reading the room, baby? Is this the time to say that? You know, is this going to get the proper effect if I mention this right now? How good am I at reading the room? She seems like they ain't even really in the mood right now. Hey, he seems like this might not be the time to take it from bad to worse. You know what I mean? How good are you at identifying the emotions in somebody else? Then the fourth level is how good are you at managing relationships? Managing relationships is the fourth level of emotional intelligence. And then the final level is being able to motivate yourself to do something even when you don't feel like doing it. Believe it or not, this is why most of the masters of the universe have a higher level of emotional intelligence. It's because that higher level of emotional intelligence is what allows them to reach their full potential. Because one is too small a number for greatness. That's why every holy book you read is really networking advice. Because it's all about, if I need a friend, let me be a friend. I'm gonna get off that one. Here's number 3. Everybody with me? Everybody with me? Was this helpful? Here's number 3. Here's number 3. Are we getting it? Yeah, Queen. Yeah, Queen. We working on the root, not the fruit. We working on the root, not the fruit. Let them know, Damon. Let's go, Gloss Boss. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah, that number 5. That number 5. It looks like discipline, don't it, Mr. Burris? It looks like discipline. Here's number 3. Here's the third one I want you to write down. Are you being intentional or just well-intentioned? Do you just have good intentions, or are you being intentional? Now, see, this is a question that can move you from some level of success to a higher level called significance. Check this out, y'all. Direction determines your destination, not your intention. Maybe you should write that down. Direction. You can only become tomorrow what you're becoming today, right? It's direction that determines destination. See, somebody write this in the comments. It's about destination, not speed. It's about direction, not speed. You need to focus on your direction, not your speed. You know, yeah, success loves speed, but check it out. There's a difference between you being patient and you being stagnant. You got what I'm saying? Here's what I want you to consider with question number 3. We may have good intentions about adding value to other people, but it only matters what we're doing. It only matters what we're doing. Here's the fourth one I got for you. Do you know your why? Do you know your why? See, we need to do way more focusing on why and who than we do how and what. Yeah. Do you know when you're praying for a blessing, a lot of times you're praying for a certain person to come into your life? You can get a lot luckier just by being a better person with a better attitude, somebody with more class, somebody with more tact, somebody with more leadership ability. You can make yourself luckier, but you can't keep on focusing on how. You got to focus on who. Who am I? Who am I here to serve? Who can I help today? Right? And then you need to focus on why. Do you know your why? It's much easier for you to touch other people's lives when you're walking in or toward your purpose. I dare you consider what makes you cry, what makes you laugh, what makes you sing. If you answer that question, you're going to be able to answer a little bit with a little bit more clarity what your why is, what your purpose is. The way I always put it, y'all, you may want to throw this in the caption and share this with somebody. I always say, passion times service equals your purpose. What do you love to do where the time just melts away? You barely notice an hour has passed, 3 hours have passed. Now, what can you do to use that to help somebody else? Passion times service equals purpose. All right, we're going to move along. I still got 6 more to give you. Here's number 5. Right? Here's number 5. Are you making the most of every day? That's a question for you, Lola. Are you making the most of every day? Are you making the most of every day? I dare you jot that down and really consider this today. I dare you consider this today. Are you making the most of every day? Time keeps on slipping. Y'all know that one? It's moving quickly, man. It's like raising kids, man. The days are long, but the years are short. The days are long, but the years are short. Time is moving really, really quickly. And it can be really easy to let stuff slip away without doing significant things. This is why I'm so big on habits, y'all. This is why I'm so big on habits. It's our habits, not our choices, that are pushing most of our day. Did you hear me? I said it's your habits, not your choices. Are your habits creating opportunities for you to grow? Are your habits creating opportunities for you to develop? If you have a habit of coming here every morning, you have a habit of growing, because every morning at 7:30 a.m., you start getting all this information, whether you wanted to think about this particular subject that morning or not. It's like your environment is starting to dictate your mindset. This is a good habit then for some of us, right? Are your habits positioning you so you can deliver significance to the lives of other people? You know, every morning we say this affirmation: I deserve to be rich because I consistently add value to other people's lives. We've made a habit of saying that every morning. Y'all know about the affirmation call? This is the affirmation call number right here. And why y'all let me have this banner on the screen the whole time, man? I was supposed to have, I'm tripping out here, man. Nah, it's supposed to say 10 questions that go from success to significance. Y'all sharing it with people, and people are like, what is this? Check-in time. The name of this is check-in time. Anyway, here's question number 6. Here's question number 6. This is going to sound crazy. Maybe you've heard this from this famous TED Talk. Have y'all seen my TED Talk? All right, because I ain't talking about mine right now. There's this other one with this Admiral John Wesley Clark, I think it was. He was like, the key to success is making your bed every day. So my question for you, number 6, is, did you make your bed today? And I know that probably sounds crazy, but it speaks to your mindset about doing the small things that compound into significance, into significant acts. If you wouldn't do the small act of making your bed, the question goes, what else are you not doing that's easy and obvious and can create a different direction for your day? Because it's all about direction, not speed, right? All right, here's number 7. Are you exercising your creativity? Somebody say creativity is next to godliness, and then give me a share. That would be a good caption, right? Creativity is next to godliness. I dare you write that in your comments. A lot of people try to tell me they ain't creative, but we are born creative. You were created by a creator to literally be creative. Look at the kids around you. It takes time for us to get scared. It takes conditioning. It takes somebody teaching us that we're supposed to be scared to think outside the box. It takes our classmates laughing at us this time we took a risk and it didn't go right. We still hear them laughing at us in our head, and it was 20 years ago or 30 years ago. For some of us, it was 50, 60 years ago, and we still remember it. It took time for you to learn to play small. It took time for you to learn to be okay with just living and thinking and eating and sleeping in a box. All I'm saying is that the highest level you got inside is constantly looking for ways to think outside the norm so you can solve problems for other people. I don't know if you know this, but the two most important words in all of entrepreneurship are creativity and flexibility. You know, creativity says there's always a way, and flexibility says there's always more than one way. My question to you, for you to question yourself, is, are you being creative? Are you exercising your creativity? Here's number 8. This is another one. This is another one to write down. Are you waiting for the optimal or looking for what's possible? That's question number 8. Do you know the perfect time is never going to show up? What you got is a perfect opportunity. If you wait for conditions to be perfect before you start, check this out, y'all. Check this out, y'all. If I'm driving from Atlanta to New York and I'm not going to get started until I can see New York, till I can see the border, when am I going to get started, y'all? When am I going to get started? That's what I mean. I think it was yesterday. I was like, you can't just stare up the steps. You got to step up the stairs. You can't worry about seeing the destination as a prerequisite to you getting started. You ain't got to be great to start, but you got to start to be great. If you're waiting on conditions to be perfect before you take the steps toward doing something significant, you might never get started, y'all. Conditions are rarely going to be optimal. But here's the mindset shift. It's perfect that it ain't perfect. It ain't fair for nobody, and that's what makes it fair. What I'm trying to get you to understand is that the part that is hard is the part that should get you hype, because that's the part they ain't willing to do. That's the part that's going to make you a legend. That's the part that makes you an innovator. That's the part that makes you a leader. That's the part that makes you significant. Figure out what's possible, and let's get started today. Here's number 9. Here's number 9. 9th question I got for you. I'm only going to give you 10. Here's the 9th one I got for you. Check it out, y'all. What do you want to be known for? Woo! What a question. What do you want to be known for? Now, y'all know when I'm talking skill set, when I'm giving you marketing tips instead of mindset. Today's a mindset kind of day, right? We've been focusing a lot on mindset this week. Sometimes we do skill set, sometimes we do heart set. This right here is more mindset, a little bit of heart set in here, but this is mindset today. Check it out. But even when I'm talking skill set, I'm telling you, if you're trying to talk to everybody, you're pushing them away. It's not until you decide I'm just talking to specific people that you become magnetic, right? That's called niching. Check this out. What do you want to be known for? This is probably the biggest question of all time. You know, Dr. Stephen Covey, in his book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he says, begin with the end in mind. Maybe you type that in the comments and give me a share. Share this with a few entrepreneurs. Share this with a couple messenger groups, right? Begin with the end in mind. Do you want to be known as somebody who took care of themselves? Or do you want to be known as somebody who delivered value to others? This is a legacy question. This is a legacy question because that's what's going to determine you're rarely going to be great for yourself. You know what I mean? A lot of times greatness is something that drags us, you know, kicking and screaming to our destiny when all we was trying to do is serve. You got me? All we was trying to do is help. And then we looked up and all these people are following us, right? And that leads me to question number 10. This is the last one I got for you this morning. Are you bigger on the inside or the outside? Woo! Are you bigger on the inside than you are on the outside? As we grow in success, y'all, and importance, which is the outside, right? All these external accoutrements, you know, it's wild how you be thinking you own something and really it owns you. That's cold. That's cold. Because it's like the higher level of things you buy, the more you got to maintain it, right? As we grow in success and all these trappings of success, right? It's real important to remember that being bigger on the inside is way more important, right? At the end of the day, it's important for you to remain even bigger on the inside. Bigger on the inside, people, don't let success get in the way of significance. Bigger on the inside, people, recognize that I've been given this so I can pour it into other people. Bigger on the inside, people, recognize that even my tests were just so I could have testimony. I want you to consider some of this on your path to significance because we waiting on you. We need you. And if you have the ability to create joy and you don't, you're the one creating misery. You got what I'm saying? You're the one creating misery. Here in Atlanta, we had as I go to press, it's affirmation time, by the way. Y'all can call in right now. We're about to get started. Give God the glory this morning. You know what I'm saying? But yesterday, man, you know, I just want to remind us all to stay prayed up and be kind to somebody. Be kind to somebody that don't deserve it. Pray for the unlovable in your life. Pray for even the ones you might have considered an enemy in a smaller frame of mind. You know, this is how you access the supernatural. This is how you move beyond your flesh and your blood into spirit. You get what I'm saying? You get bigger on the inside. We had a whole active shooter in Atlanta yesterday, you know, starts, you know, getting at people inside the hospital. And then somehow he carjacked somebody, made it over to, you know, a whole other area, you know, outside the city near Cumberland and all of that. And when they finally captured him, which, you know, that's a whole thing. He was just off his meds. He was just off his meds. Reason I'm sharing that with you, y'all, is because people are going through, I saw somebody say, we all in the same boat. Yeah, we all in the same storm. We all in the same storm. Some got a canoe, some got a yacht, and some are drowning. You got what I mean? So be kind to somebody today. Be kind when you shouldn't be. When a person deserves love the least is when they need it the most. Help somebody today. Be generous. Show some love to somebody. Give somebody a hug, right? Give somebody a sincere compliment. Show somebody you see a spark of godliness in them. Because you never know how that ripple effect could change the rest of your life. You never know, more significantly, how that ripple effect could change the rest of their life. Let somebody overhear you bragging on them today. Next time you go to a restaurant, ask for the manager and brag on your server. It's affirmation time. Y'all ready? Is this helping? Do somebody feel me out there? Somebody feel me out there? Come on, resurrect their light. Let's go. That's exactly right, P.O. That's exactly right. We ain't humans having a spiritual experience. We spirits having a human experience. Yeah, absolutely. All right, y'all, it's affirmation time. Let's go. Repeat after me. Say it like you mean it. I am